The Suunto Run is their lightest watch yet, with decent battery life, a great AMOLED display, sharp looks as well as most of the features that runners want, and at a pretty great price too. Well, how did the Suunto Run do in my testing, and is it accurate? And also, is it a great budget-friendly option? Well, stay tuned to find out. Well, hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Steven. I want to let you know that Suunto did send the Run to me to review and test. They're not telling me what to say. They're not going to see this footage at all before you do. And yeah, I'm going to share my completely honest thoughts, like always. Well, when you first get the Suunto Run, it has nice packaging, and inside the box, you get obviously the watch. You get two bands, one for a smaller size wrist and one for a little bit larger size wrist. And you also get a new charging cable and the typical stickers and a quick start guide, things like that. The Run is a smaller form factor at only 46 millimeters by 11.5 millimeters thick with a 1.32 inch AMOLED display. The build quality is typical Suunto. It feels like a really well-built watch. The case is a hardened plastic material with a steel bezel as well, and it has their usual 3-button layout with a crown in the center. For reference, you can see the size of the Run when it's compared to the Suunto Race, the Race S, and the Vertical Solar. As well, you can also see the brightness of the different displays. Now, this is a very lightweight watch, weighing in at only 36 grams, and that is with the included larger wristband here. The two watch bands are nylon and they are very comfortable to wear. Honestly, when putting it on, when wearing it, I basically forget that I am wearing it. Even when sleeping, it's very comfortable. I have no issues whatsoever. And for reference, here's what it looks like on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it does come with a new charger. It is different than on the other Suunto watches. If you take a look at the back of the watches, you can see there are different connection points, and the new charger has 4 connection points to connect to the back of the watch. It's magnetic, slides on very easily, and it also charges very quickly. I was about to go on a run. I looked at the watch and only had 6% battery life. So I threw it on for 20 minutes and it was already up to 49%. So it charges very quickly. The sharp AMOLED display is a 1.32 inch Gorilla Glass, and the Gorilla Glass is very durable. It's perfect for trail running, being up in the mountains. Maybe you might smack it on a rock, something like that. It should be okay. And I really like the display, honestly. I think it is very bright. It's easy to see in direct sunlight outside. I had no issues there. In the house, it's nice. It kind of has a sensor to tell how bright to make it. So I've noticed when I'm outside, it's brighter than when I'm inside, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that feature. The battery life on the Suunto Run is decent. It's pretty good. For the targeted consumer, it is more than enough. This watch is marketed as a budget-friendly kind of entry-level watch. It's not designed to be the perfect ultra-marathoner's watch, so keeping it in that context, the battery life is pretty darn good. The Run will get up to 20 hours in a single GPS activity in the dual-band GPS setting, which has data logging every second. In the endurance setting, it uses a single-band GPS, but still with data logging every second, you can get up to 24 hours. Now, Suunto claims up to 30 hours, but when I tested it, the watch was at 100% and it showed me 24. In power saving mode, the watch still uses dual band frequency, but it only does data logging every 2 minutes. And it claims you can get up to 40 hours in that activity. And also in smartwatch mode with no GPS activity, you're supposed to get up to about 12 days. And I can say in my testing that seems pretty darn accurate. You know, I have been pretty much using the watch for at least 1 hour of activity every single day, whether that's cycling, lifting, running, whatever it is. And I had to charge the watch maybe once every 8-9 days, which was pretty darn good. Now, in that highest battery setting, the watch would get up to 20 hours in dual band frequency, which is their most accurate. But it's not going to be enough for a 100-mile race unless you're maybe Jim Walmsley. Now on the back of the watch, you can see the heart rate sensor, and it does appear to be slightly different. I reached out to Suunto. They confirmed they took the heart rate sensor from the Race S, which was an upgrade, and they added an extra LED in the center, which is supposed to help increase the heart rate accuracy. So now there are 4 LEDs and 4 photodetectors on this sensor, but to be honest with you, I've had mixed results with accuracy when it comes to heart rate. Let's take a look at this gravel ride I did. You can see that at the start, it was very slow to pick up, and then later it dropped very low. And this was compared to my Apple Watch Ultra 2, which I know is very accurate. I had this happen again on another bike ride where I was really working hard going uphill. I mean, I was dripping sweat like crazy. I was working, and the heart rate dropped all the way down to 80 beats per minute. which is ridiculous because I can't even go for a walk through my neighborhood and not get my heart rate up to about, 95 or 100. On this trail run here, you can see there's also a spot where the heart rate just dropped very low for quite a while. So unfortunately, this heart rate sensor has not left me feeling confident about its accuracy. So if you are looking for very accurate heart rate data, then you're definitely going to want to use something like a chest strap or an armband sensor. As far as the GPS is concerned, it is incredibly accurate and uses the same Sony dual band GNSS chipset as in the Suunto Race, the Race S, and it is very accurate. Take a look at this run. When compared to the Apple Watch Ultra 2, the GPS track is smooth and consistent, like I've come to expect from Suunto. Their GPS has honestly probably been some of the best I've tested. Now, the Suunto Run does not have any mapping or offline maps at all. It does have breadcrumb trail navigation, which should be fine for the targeted consumer of this watch. You can even upload a GPX file or create a route inside the Suunto app, make a GPX file or a route for the watch, and you can follow it. When you come to an intersection, basically you just have to look down at the watch and see if you look like you're in the right direction, because you will not see trails on the screen. It's just a black screen with a line. On the Suunto Run, there are 34 different sport modes, including trail run mode, which is perfect for me, and also a track mode for increased accuracy and pace when you are running on a track. And of course, you can also set things like nutrition and hydration reminders, which is very nice. You can also customize the display fields for the activity that you are doing, which is a very nice thing to be able to do. And I had to do it because when I got my watch, for some reason, it was auto-lapping every kilometer. And I am in the United States. We go by miles. So I had to change mine to auto-lap at 1 mile. And I also wanted to change the display on the front of the watch because it was showing some things I just didn't really care about for me personally as a trail runner. One thing that was interesting with this watch that I've not seen before on any watch, whether it was a Suunto or a Coros or Apple Watch, whatever it is at the end of an activity, it was always like I'd clicked complete, finished the run. It was done. I tried to back out of that activity and it would give me a warning on the screen and say that it was taking a post-exercise heart rate, but I'm not sure what the post-exercise heart rate is to be exact, but I turned it off. I don't need it. As for the sleep tracking, the Suunto seems to be pretty darn accurate when compared to my Ultrahuman Ring Air. You can see here on May 24th, the total sleep time is within 2 minutes of each other, and the blood oxygen was the same on both devices, and this was consistent. I tested it sleeping for at least a week, and the data was very consistent amongst both devices. Another feature that has a lot of users very excited is the ability to add onboard music to the watch. So now if you don't have signal, you don't have your phone, you can actually pair your Bluetooth headphones, go out for a run and have music. And it's actually pretty easy to do. Just connect your charger to the computer with the watch on the charger, then you'll see the Suunto Run in your devices list, your drives. Click on it, then click on the music folder, and you can see the watch actually has a few songs already on it. But if you have MP3s you want to transfer over, just find those, click and drag into that folder, and you're good to go. In order to play the music on the watch, you have to go into the widgets and find the media player. And then you do need to make sure that it is in offline mode, because then it's going to actually read the songs off the watch. It's going to give you a little pop-up to make sure you pair your headphones as well. You can do that, and then you're ready to run, lift, whatever with your favorite tunes. And of course, you can always receive your smartphone notifications, your emails, your text messages show up on the screen, all of that like normal. Oh, and the weather widget has been improved as well, which is actually really nice. Gives you a lot of great detail now. Obviously, you have to be connected to your phone for this data, but it's nice. Well, the Suunto Run retails for $249 US, which really, in my opinion, is a pretty fantastic price when you consider how many features are packed into this watch. While the battery, mapping, heart rate sensor could be improved, it offers serious value to runners looking for high feature tech without having to break the bank. Well, if you are interested in the Suunto Run, be sure to look below in the description for my link. You can use that to go purchase the watch. It doesn't cost you a cent, but it will help support the channel, which would be awesome. I would appreciate it. However, if you are looking for a GPS watch for your first 100-mile ultramarathon, this might not be the one because of that battery life. However, if you are looking to run your first 100-mile ultramarathon, you may want to bump up to the Suunto Race or the Race S for that increased battery life. Well, have you tried the Suunto Run? What did you think of the watch? Let me know below in the comments. I would be curious. I'm sure everybody else would be also. Well, maybe you do want a watch for that 100-mile ultramarathon, and I mentioned the Suunto Race S. Take a look at my full review on your screen right there. Go watch and learn all the details about the Race S. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate you, and thank you to Suunto for sending the watch. I'll see you in the next one.